Hello, and welcome back to Mortgage Men and Martinis. We are going to be updating you on this special holiday dedicated to you and I. First off, which is National Beer Day.
International Beer Day has been celebrated by Mortgage and Martinis for its entire existence. Starting off,
That was not.
didn't know. Technically, the podcast started
Yeah.
in August or October of last year, so we're coming up. It's almost the time for the year mark is International Beer Day. So we have a special treat. We have beers.
We have beers.
Shout out Saturday. It's not out till we're sponsored. But
We get bucket hats.
Jared got me a great bucket hat. I had to go myself with it. Yeah, it's a pretty good investment, and we're gonna be sponsored by Saturday.
Someday.
One day we're gonna get sponsored. But
These are-
tell us about the drink we have tonight in honor of National Beer Day.
Well, first we want to dedicate this episode to one person close to us. Has been getting a lot of print votes at work. Deserved or not?
Wow.
Just kidding. Love you. No, but James DeAndre, give me 8. Just like plays golf.
Love you, Jimmy.
Breathless.
Love you, Jimmy. I had a lot of editing to do on those videos.
You can't take away the heavy breathing.
What? It would have been me, but I wasn't golfing. So, but we're having a great episode today. We have a lot to go over.
Yeah.
We have a great drink.
We do.
We have some stuff to talk about with mortgages. We have some stuff we'll talk about with life in general. We love to get good advice. Some of our ideas. But let's start off with the drink.
Yeah.
Drink of the hour.
We're going to do a spiced maple bourbon beer martini. That is 4 of the 5 ingredients that are going into this and the name. So if you mess it up, that's on you.
Yeah, it's all right in front of you.
Yeah. We're going to use bullet bourbon, Negro Modelo, log cabin maple syrup. Should be B grade. A little bit of nutmeg, and we're going to top it off with some pecans.
Speaking of spiciness, we're going to spice things up on this episode by actually having a real conversation about mortgages for a brief period of time. We won't bore you, but we are going to talk about the mortgages, which should be fun. But this is actually Jared's show to start off with.
Yeah.
Don't know how long it's going to take. This is the most alcoholic drink that we've put here thus far, and that's
No, it's not more than the dill pickle martini.
percentage-wise, it is
Okay,
because this is bourbon beer, and then it's syrup. It's not. We're not using many words. So the recipe calls to keep it simple. It is 1 cup of bourbon.
So let's start out with that 1 cup of bourbon. We're gonna do a bullet bourbon today. All right. We're not fancy bartenders. We don't know what measuring tools you typically use, but we have baking measuring cups. So just 1 full cup or 1/3 bottle that goes into the strainer.
That is a lot of bourbon.
The recipe goes. This recipe calls for 4
Martinis. This does make 4 martinis. So if you guys are making for your friends, multiply that by 2.
Okay, let's do the syrup next.
1/4 cup of syrup. I almost brought a half cup measure up here, which would have been too much syrup.
What's your best Canadian accent when we make this?
I like calling people hosers. Hey, get it's a little soft.
There wasn't even a Canadian accent.
Well, it's not that strong until you talk for a while. There's a movie called Strange Brew, and it's very funny.
That's a poser.
It's like calling someone like a loser or something. They call them a hoser because where it comes from is so back in the day playing hockey, the loser would clean the ice off. So nowadays we have these Zambonis, also a great name. But back in the day, you just get a hose, just spray down, and you're done. So you call people posers because they were losers of the hockey game. So they have to go clean up after the mess they just made on the ice.
I would never imagine Canadians speaking.
Oh, Canadians are funny because they're super mean.
Third ingredient is a Negro Modelo.
They're polite, like Midwest polite.
That's cool. I'm from the West. All right. So 3 ingredients insofar is a bullet whiskey, a maple syrup B grade, Modelo Negro. Okay. 1 cup, 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup. We'll put that up here, and you're just going to shake this up.
There's already ice in there, by the way.
There's already ice in it. We would never forget the ice. One, two, three, four, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, oh, sounds like it's gonna be frothy.
Beer is
It's the
definitely coming up.
it's the pre-strained shaker cup. I actually won this at Jared's baby shower.
Yeah, yeah.
It was funny because it was a scratcher, like it's scratch off, and whoever scratched off Jared's face won. And so I asked for the scratcher, and his sister goes, "I don't know. You look like you might win. I've heard stories about you." Oh, wonderful. I think I will win. And I scratched off. I got Jared's face. I got to pick this wonderful stuff. So we got I was next one more chain.
It makes too much. Yeah, two. The recipe said on it said that it makes 4 martinis.
I mean, half a cup of whiskey each.
Yeah.
Or, bourbon.
Let me top this off for you. So you do top it off with a little bit of nutmeg. I used to have a dog named Nutmeg. It was a Nova Scotia Golden Retriever.
I'll get a picture of that one. Are you sure?
You've never seen one before. They're absolutely beautiful. We also didn't take this little wrapper off.
I had to get the nutmeg today because I don't carry around in my house.
Every episode, I just struggle to get something off, so we're just going to do this. Nice little open bottle,
Oh, that's fancy.
sprinkled on top. Boom, boom, boom. Little nutmeg.
For posterity's sake, I'll take a picture of this.
Yeah. Put a little nutmeg on top. And then we're going to garnish it with some pecans.
Honey roasted pecans, don't forget. Gotta stay in theme.
Debate. Pecan or pecan? Pecan.
Oh, I'd say pecan. But I think I would say pecan pie.
Okay.
But I don't eat pecans. That's weird. I eat pecans, but I would eat pecan pie.
Actually, pretty good. That's it. Okay.
I prefer
I thought they were going to sink the bottom. No one taught me this in like second grade science class if that's float or not.
They don't look that good in the photo. They look good in real life, but I'm not gonna take a photo. You guys just use your imagination. It looks like
It looks like this.
it looks like
It looks like a lot of bourbon.
I'm excited.
Heavy bourbon.
The only thing that's not alcohol in this, besides the honey roasted pecans, is maple syrup, which
I gotta say, we're going out after this. My hand is so sticky right now.
oh, yeah. I don't have a sink apparently, according to Jared.
Yeah. I can climb a wall.
Man, don't say weird copyright.
Cheers.
Cheers.
First sip. Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
That's really good.
I want to be camping.
This is a camping drink.
Make 2 gallons, bring it
That
bring it out to the woods for the night.
that is so good.
Yeah.
The only thing I think I didn't use that much ice. You guys might have noticed the thing was overflowing a little bit, but
Chilled?
a little more chilly, and I mean, it's really good. Drinking this next to a fire, ice cold.
You know where I plan to drink this? Hear me out. Sealy Lake, February. Ice fishing shanty. Little pole, me sitting out there chilling, catching some water.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds nice.
The thermos of this.
Yeah,
We
it'll warm you up.
it
It's all
should be. Wait, were you there when my mom was telling me about the sport that my hometown made?
no.
Okay. Okay, you know how people what's it called? The curl, right? Curling?
Curling, yeah.
The rock and the stone and the ice.
Rock and
Yeah, I grew up in like a not a wealthy part of the US, Wakanda, Illinois, Black Naps kind of style. We guys didn't have curling. I forget what they call it. It's like burling or something like that. But instead of using curling stones at like an ice arena, you plow the lake a little bit and you use food colored dyed water or milk jugs filled with water as the curling stones. And now it's become like statewide contest.
Really?
Yeah.
It started here.
It's starting with kind of
That's sick.
the only other claim to fame they have is the Blues Brothers movie filled like 2 minutes worth
Why
of
not?
show.
Marvel franchise.
Oh yeah, small one. Different.
Casting, by the way, we got an excellent Black Panther for you. Wakanda, Illinois.
I was,
Burling. Burling?
I was once told by my girlfriend that I have a great sun profile.
Yeah, that's
It's
nice.
just why I don't look at the camera as much when I do
I've
this.
been told my profiles are best for the radio. I went running last week twice, so you'll see me drop some weight and gain it back. Such is life.
Wait, gain it back.
Yeah, life's all about balance. I can buy a bunch
You
of
want one,
clothes. I can look skinny and hand it back and fit my
you
clothes.
want one side of the scale and 200 pounds on the other side. Balanced.
I can just do it now.
Trying to compliment you.
Oh, speak. Where are you gonna get this diabetes martini? I'll be there in no time.
Good.
I lost a foot.
Okay, hold on though. Let's rate this like okay, Olympic style ready, and then maybe we'll talk about more ages a little bit. Podium of all the martinis you've done, does it hit?
I hate to say this
What one?
because my favorite, like in my heart,
French.
is French, but the dill pickle martini was
That was
so
still
good.
delicious.
It was so good.
Wait, what's your podium? Your gold, silver, and bronze medal martini you've done.
Gold is, I think, might be the. I think it's the most versatile one.
This one?
Is the dill pickle martini? That's gold.
You need vodka and pickle juice.
It's so good.
If you don't have those two ingredients in your house, I'm not gonna hang out with you.
Yeah, like it was just. Number two is the French martini, and you can interchange those depending on what day it is. Like
Yeah.
sometimes one team performs better than the others. As these
I'm not pouring a dill pickle martini at like my Christmas family gathering.
correct.
Or
I would
Thanksgiving,
Christmas
probably.
Christmas gathering.
This,
That's true. If it's Winter Olympics,
yeah.
this
I
might be
didn't
so up for
specify
the
your
Winter
right hand.
Olympics.
This is probably,
This might be a Winter Olympics.
I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my gold medal contender right
It's really good.
now. Yeah.
I just think if I had three of these, I would make it to the match.
I mean, when I was in the Marine Corps, we served with the Canadian Marines. They'd have like a kegger every night in the barracks and still like get up and do live fire ranges the next day. And I'm like, hey, Matt, you might shoot me. Why? Why are we getting that drunk? Never did.
Nice.
They can drink people under the table.
Canadians?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
You grew up playing hockey.
and they have great strip clubs.
Ah, who cares about that kind of stuff? So
Right. I've never been to Canada.
I think it's.
I know people that can't go to Canada.
Not
Holding me back.
not speaking for it, but I heard specifically it's Montreal. So if you do take a trip to Canada, don't tell your girlfriend you're going to Montreal.
Was where my bachelor party was going to be.
Oh, yeah, well, nice. Unrelated to the whole stuff. It's for their hatred of the rest of Canada. Want to see the separatist movement in person. Those girls separate ballots. Or you leave it
Like that pots or that makes you know.
oh,
Top topic. Actually, it was headline news. And speaking of headline news, you know what's big news in the mortgage industry right now?
what am I saying?
Yeah.
Interest rates finally dropped below 4%.
Fed rate below 4%.
Huge.
Not home interest rates.
Oh, yeah,
below 4%.
the Federal Reserve interest.
Do not call me and ask for 4%.
You're not getting
You're not
You're
getting
not getting it. The Fed's
Fed
up,
up below 4%.
but the Fed's low.
First time in a long time.
It's great news. We've been in a pretty stagnant interest rate flow for a long time, which has made it tough to buy homes. Not that it's
Tougher.
tougher.
But there are so many good first-time homebuyer programs, grant programs that we're offering, depending on geographical location, your income compared to the median.
Yeah, hit us up if you want to talk about those. But there's been some stuff in the economy. Jared explained to us the jobless claims.
Jobless claims
And
came in lower, 115,000. Driving unemployment rates to 4.3% over the last Fed meeting, giving some confidence that inflation is slowly.
which is a good sign. None of us is spending more than we have to spend.
But I think still the most anticipated thing we're all waiting for is October. You had Biden pull out of the presidential race. Kamala Harris step in as running for the Democratic Party. Big difference in what can absolutely come out of this. Trump's still in the race after getting nicked in the air. I wonder if he gets Purple Heart. He is the commander in chief of the military, therefore he technically isn't. Got wounded. Does he get a Purple Heart?
It might happen. I'll go on record saying it's not going to happen.
Next conference, he comes out wearing a Purple Heart. That'd be very heavy.
It'd be really funny if it was completely just stolen talent.
Rolls up. Blue suit, white shirt, red tie, comb over hair, pinned to his left chest above his like little, like a square. Purple Heart.
Where'd you get that?
I'm Canadian from the United States. Therefore, I'm part of the military, and I got wounded in combat. So, Purple Heart is
What a guy.
unbelievable.
But there's stranger things have happened. I mean, so we'll see. It'd be hilarious though.
Well, rates are down. Rates are down. Now you're looking at 30 years with a buy down into the upper fives. We haven't run fives in a while. I mean,
Mhm.
just a couple months ago, you're looking at sevens, mid sevens.
Yeah, like a low
Investment
sevens
homes
is
in the
really
eights.
good, and now it's like mid sevens is like the worst you can get. You actually can't get a rate higher.
Investment home, small loan, minimum down.
Yeah.
You're probably mid seven.
Yeah, and so it's kind of a cool place to be in because uh, a little tricky though because combining with with the mortgage market is the real estate market. The NAR lawsuit we talked about this last time I think a little bit, but basically negotiations between realtors and like their buyers is changing.
Yeah. Disclosing the commissions that they're making on the sale. And who's paying for the buyer's agent's commission?
It's going to be all done up front rather than assumed.
Yeah.
And historically, just to put some history behind it, is sellers pay realtors. They pay both realtors X amount to sell the
Typically
home.
3%. Yeah.
Typically 3% each. That may be negotiated a little bit beforehand if it's normal, but really it's not even
Time for a plug-in. If you're looking to buy a house on the beach in Texas when it's for sale, 2% commissions on both sides for realtors.
Oh, nice. It's a beautiful house. I've been there.
Thanks.
Hopefully I'd buy it if I wasn't in such a bad spot financially. It's throwing my money on these beautiful houses.
As one of the four D&Ds that got past the achieves expectations and got exceed.
Oh, we don't.
We expect you.
We don't do
What?
very
You guys don't know this, but Bruce got one of two exceeds expectations out of 15 directors of mortgage banking, 16 directors of mortgage banking on the site. So good job, Bruce.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Our friend Dallas, TBD.
Yeah, it's just TBB. Lame. Now, Dallas
Do one.
just started, so
But the NAR, go on.
the NAR lawsuit. So
I think it's not true.
just put some perspective behind it. Is typically sellers pay for closing costs, and that's not closing costs, but pay for realtor commissions, and that's the end of the story. So
Yeah.
one thing that new buyers need to be aware of is these commissions are being negotiated, which could impact your ability to buy a home. So if your agent wants full 3% and another agent wants 2%, for example, you have to be aware that might impact your ability to get an offer accepted. So there's a couple things just to be wary of. Number one, get yourself a trusted professional you can rely on to explain these things to you. Jared's team, my team, full of great bankers. Ourselves are great. Your agents you're working with, you want to make sure that they're being very forthcoming. I have this rule of thumb for everything. It hasn't had to be a question until now, but if you get the heebie-jeebies working with someone, don't. Like this is you're making the biggest financial decision of your life. Make sure you know what's going on.
Trust the lender.
I had found offers accepted that the buyer had no idea they had to come out of pocket 2%, which if you're buying a house in Arizona is 10 grand at least out of pocket on top of all the closing costs you have to pay for on top of your down payment. So be aware of it. It's a great idea to have someone you trust, talk about these things up front, and have a trusted professional, trusted advisors, myself, Jared, our teams respectively. Make sure we're taking care of you because it's a great time to buy. Right now,
Homes on the market, stat I read today, 34% increase over this time last year.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And the deals, you get a deal now when you buy a house, right? Like if you think about it, like in 6 months when the rates are down, everyone can afford to buy, so everyone's going to be putting offers on houses, so sellers can pick and choose the best offer.
Or they raise their price because your monthly payment stays the same.
Correct.
Interest rates come down. $500,000 house is now $550,000 because at that price point your mortgage payment stays the same.
So over the next 3 months, if you're trying to buy a house, try to buy right now. This is the time where you can avoid all this commission stuff. You can get it. I think the best deal in buying a house is seller concessions.
Yeah.
I'll tell anybody till I'm blue in the face. Don't take a discount on the house price. That's dollars. Pennies on the dollar.
Dollars
Get cash in your pocket because it takes 15 years to make that money back equivalent. Like just rule of thumb, $10,000 on a purchase price up or down is going to affect your mortgage. About $60 a month. So you take that math. You say, okay, how long does it take me for 60 months to go $10,000 or $60 a month? $10,000. It's 14 years.
Yeah.
Or 12 years.
I don't know if that math's right.
Yeah. 10,000 divided by 60 is 144 ish.
Oh yeah, right.
And that's like 12 to 14 years. I don't know what number is.
You went to private school.
Did not. Went to UK right now, baby. But
I went to ASU.
if
That's
you
strange.
get $5,000 in your pocket paying for your closing costs, you're going to refinance the next year anyways. Let someone else pay for your costs now so you
Yep.
can refinance later. So that's my advice. I think everyone
Lowest
should
rate is never, not always the best rate.
yeah. That's a story for a different. We could talk about this. Actually, the most amount of mortgages we ever talked about
Yeah,
on
right
this
now.
show.
It's unbelievable. It's a good episode.
Yeah,
See a shirt.
good.
No, I mean the lowest rate doesn't always make the most sense. I mean, if it's your toe take home, buying down the interest rate where you want to set it, forget it for the rest of your life, aka you're 86 years old, you're buying this house, you plan to die in that bed, you're going to be a ghost, spooky little person that haunts the next person that buys that house after you. Like, cool, buy your rate down. Spend the money, do it. You do want to set it, forget it. You probably already forgot that you did the mortgage at this point because, like, Alzheimer's or dementia, like, let it go. Get the payment cheap. You're on a fixed income. That's it. But in most cases, buying your interest rate down that far, you're never going to recoup it. The average American, every 3 to 5 years, refinances or sells their home. So you have to really think, am I using my money wisely when I'm buying points or buying my interest rate down up front with the intention to not stay in this home over a long period of time?
Yeah, and buying a home specifically, like if you're refinancing, the rate can be really like here or there because there's different goals you have. Again, this is probably just me, but when you're buying a house, go with the highest interest rate you can legally take because you can't get that money back.
Cash is king. Cool thing.
When you move into a home, like there's things I think about is you got to furnish the house up, especially if you're coming from a situation where you're not currently like owning a house. You're gonna find out you need so many things. Like my brother, thank goodness, had a bunch of utensils and he had couches and all this. So
You
I
gotta
say
remember,
I tried to furnish a house by myself. I was doing it cheap. It cost me like 12 grand.
rule of thumb when furnishing a house is $100 per square foot. You buy a 2000 you buy a 2000 square foot house, right? You need to expect to spend 20 grand to furnish that house. It's
That's
$100 per square foot to furnish a house. Rule of thumb when you're buying brand new, nothing that you bring in with you.
it's good.
4,000 square foot house is 40K. And that's saying the cheaper end of stuff. Not even like you're not getting interior designer, you're not doing anything. You're going to like
Fill the house.
fill the house up with bookshelves from like Walmart, things like that. It's like 40K for $4.
Yeah.
If you're talking like high end, if you're going to like Copenhagen or some of these designer warehouses, even American Furniture Warehouse, I mean, you're probably 150, almost $200 a square foot to furnish a house.
Yeah, and if you have a bunch of stuff, it's nice, but I, especially first time home buyers, people, how much, what rate am I going to get? Dude, take the highest you can. And then that's not me being like, how many finance when you get? I don't care about, like, if you can't afford a payment, don't buy it higher than you have to pay. But really, like, the difference between a good interest rate and a bad interest rate in any market is like a couple $100 at most. And if you can't have any fluctuation in your budget, that's, yeah, think about maybe not buying because life comes at you fast. Though definitely do buy
Get
because
out
if
of
my
rent.
bosses are watching me saying don't buy,
Get out of
I'll get
renting
fined.
and buy a house.
Definitely never rent.
Rent is the
It was 100% plus interest rate.
yeah.
So, but yeah, this. I think this is a good conversation. I think our live audience is liking it. Taking a lot of stuff away. Actually,
I know our number one fan, Lexi.
oh,
Uh,
Lexi, shout out to you.
she for sure is going to take a lot of this home. We are also looking at. We do want number. We these hats. All right, we're going to pivot off more. Just talk about it more than yeah. Done it for 56 hours this week, and now we are doing a kilowatt drink, which is my favorite sport of all time.
Yeah,
So, let me know when the Olympics brings in day drinking, night drinking, vodka, whiskey, for anything but gin drinking.
I hate gin.
And I'll be in the games. All right,
I think we could.
I'll put a few back.
Yeah, I think if like patio beer
Yeah.
drinking was online,
You want to go shot for shot drinking? First person to fall off their flying stool, and one straight shot, 1 ounce vodka. We'll go for it. These hats. We
on the way to our sports dreams.
We need to know who wants one of these hats. Reason for that is they're not cheap to make, and if we're gonna make them, we need to make sure that they're gonna sell. Right? Sell limited. We upcharge $1 per item that we sell on mortgagemartini.com. And if you guys didn't know that, that's our margin.
MortgageMartini.com
We're trying to get our tax guy to
has
make.
been revamped.
We are trying to get our tax guy instead of Mortgage Martinis as a partnership to be Mortgage Martinis as a nonprofit.
Yeah.
We get way better tax implications.
Also, don't want to make profit. I just want to spend the life. I love mortgages and I love mortgages.
We can become a nonprofit. We save so much money than being an actual business. It's kind of like being a church, and I think drinking is religion.
And we have a cult following. We're not a cult, of
And
course.
they follow me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's happening with Instagram, but we are getting decent views. I don't know. But we're gonna keep working on it because it's not. At the end of the day, it's not even about the views. No, we're doing this as two guys at my house in a great studio. Well lit. Again, spend a lot of money on all this stuff, but
Yeah,
I
I hate
have to
those taxes.
definitely put a premium on the hats. I didn't want to put cheap hats.
Can we give it one? Okay, I'm going to speak about two features of these hats. One, we have a couple of different designs. Number one, I'm not utilizing it right now, but here, if you're a golfer, there's a ball marker sticks right above the base of the martini. Over here, ball marker comes off, boom, got him. If you want a golf tee, there's a little spot right here. But I'll save the best feature for last.
We already said the first two features.
Yeah, what's the third and
The best, absolute best feature. These hats are completely waterproof.
You're gonna have, yeah. There's probably melted ice in there.
Yeah, they won't see them. I'll superimpose.
For our fans,
Superimpose the video.
they're water.
I don't want to pour water on this thing either because it's carpet right below this. I would otherwise, but I'll superimpose a video. And anybody who meet me in person, if you see me wearing this hat, dump water on my head. I actually want you to. As long as you watch the
Also
podcast.
found lurking around Chandler,
Chandler's good.
Gilbert,
Gilbert's good. Love Gilbert, actually.
downtown Phoenix at Steakhouse.
Pigtails, Palmer.
Palma.
Palmer's been in this. Palmer. There's a lot of places in Phoenix.
We're going next.
Pour water on my head. Please don't pour a milkshake. Any alcohol, like, would be fine. Like, pour a beer, I'm sure it'll fall off too, because it's a hydrophobic hat.
Hydrophobic.
Yeah, but why?
Some people are claustrophobic.
I'm not claustrophobic. I love Santa
What
Claus.
phobia is he? Yeah.
Wait, I love Santa Claus. No, I'm funny. You're laughing. Don't ever say claustrophobic. Claustrophobic. Horrible. Say less and check it twice. The least I can do is give the guy a whole. I give the guy a break, okay?
Sorry to our youth viewer.
Yeah, if you're
You shouldn't be watching this in the first place.
doing really well with the 12-year-old demographic that likes to drink martinis. It's a small market, but we got him. We got him locked in.
You actually haven't seen that sack. Hold on. I'm getting you off. Hold on. One second.
You said, what's in it at this point? Oh, I have a sack. Right.
My sister gave it. If you watched our December episode last year, this sack was on there.
Shout out Laura. She got
What
me a
is
sack.
still in the sack?
I got an empty bottle of martini glass.
You also have to finish our martini, and these are strong.
It's very strong. Well, I got white cheddar popcorn. I hope my sister
Those
didn't
are
do that.
delicious.
This is probably still good. I'll
You probably take later.
No, I said I'll eat it.
We can thumb wrestle.
And then I got this box. Oh, it was the nice box. This is what the martinis came in. I'll re-gift something inside this gift. It's a good-looking gift. The top is gonna stay mine. Just keep that out. And then I'm not gonna throw away boxes, I guess. But yeah, not afraid of Santa Claus. What I'm trying to say. My God, Santa's not home. The hounds will be. That was a good joke. Though. I stand by. I stand by all my jokes, but especially that one.
I hope our viewers walk away today understanding now is a good time to buy.
Yeah,
From us
specifically.
where you can refinance, right? I mean, you buy right now, you're still getting in with a less competitive market where rates are not as high as they were sevens. We're down into like low sixes, upper fives right now, on 2% down, which just still leaves you room to refinance if the market does fall out.
Sure.
But you got into a house in a non-competitive situation. You got seller concessions, right? In most cases. And you set yourself up for success where if the market does fall out, home prices go up, you have equity, and you have the opportunity to refinance to save yourself monthly payment if you're not going to sell. Now is the ideal time to buy.
You can
A
get the best of both
a
worlds. You
low
get seller
six, upper five
concessions and
percent market.
refinance with a drop. It
Yeah,
really is perfect.
yeah.
If you can afford to buy, if you don't know if you can afford to buy, talk to us. I'm actually serious about that part because we do help a lot
And
of
you know what's crazy? There, within the same article I was talking about earlier, they were talking about the number of people that are holding off until the election is over 20% of home buyers right now wanting to buy. There's over 20% of people are holding off until to see what happens with the election.
It's crazy.
You just took 1/5 of your competition off because of the presidential election. Buy a house.
Yeah.
Market falls, rates drop, you refinance, you save monthly. Market falls, rates drop, you want to sell, your equity just shot up because rates dropped and home buyers know they can sell for more.
I think we might have talked about this before, but there's a phrase that realtors love is marry the home, date the rate.
Yeah.
It's true though. I mean, you buy a house because you want the house. If you don't want a home because you already own one,
Buy another.
like it's a different story. I can understand why you might hold off. Real talk. But at the end of the day, if you don't own a home, you have to buy a home. Because if you don't buy it, some other huge corporation will, and you're going to be buying from someone who's.
Episode 1, Black Rock.
We're not allowed to talk about that. We were told it was too
NCIS.
much conspiracy, and the CIA is after you.
Aliens are real.
They are real.
Oh, God, here you go.
I'm not going to talk about it. This is like CIA.
Uh, if you like extraterrestrials, please tune in to next week's episode
If you like how we
of Smith Martinis, where we talk about outer space.
there's a lot of cool things. Real estate on Mars, nice big thing.
You want to buy property on the moon? Hit me up. We're doing finance.
Look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm a big believer in making your life better for yourself. And that means own a home so you can sell it for
Go to
profit.
church.
Oh, yeah, going to church is good. I told that someone earlier today. I said it in jest.
You did not tell us.
Wait, wait,
Go to
wait,
church.
wait.
There's no chance.
I want you to read off what I said.
You go to church 2 times a year.
Eastern Christmas. Like, look when I read off to the camera.
Which one?
Bottom right one.
Yeah, like
No, 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 no. Bottom right.
if you're scared, go to church.
You didn't say that. Yeah. I said that today.
Oh shit! Shut up, Kim.
Right. When you get to Arizona, you'll be on the podcast, buddy. That'll be a while. We won't be able to air that one at all. Liz, titties out. He'll be at his spotting, which is a good day for him, actually. Uh, yeah, I told him to go to church. I didn't say it like that.
I don't think how many words.
We'll take my.
All right, we're gonna give Bruce about 3 seconds to finish this martini.
You have almost 100.
We're gonna end up and we're gonna rip out.
I don't think we have anything else to talk about.
No, we hit everything.
I will finish this martini before the video clips.
Bruce has never drank slower than this in his
This isn't
life.
as slow as I drink this. This is like really strong.
I'm like,
You love bourbon, though. You're a bourbon man.
yeah, I have over 50 bottles of whiskey. I'm gonna tell you a sad story. I spend money on whiskey I'll never open. I tell myself one day I'm gonna open it for a significant event. Then I get promoted. I'm like, not worth it. Kids about to come. I'm like, not worth it. Maybe I'll get engaged one day. Might not open it. Maybe I'll get married.
Well, none of those last two happened yet.
Yeah, true.
Maybe you'll change your mind.
You probably not. I'm like, I sit over here. I'm like, I'm gonna resell these for a profit. Find a bottle of whiskey at a cheap deal. I'm gonna resell it for a profit. There's no chance in hell that I will take the time to post a bottle of liquor on the website to resell it. And I'm also going to always look at these bottles and go, it costs so much money. Do I really want to open it? Probably not. I might die with 50 bottles of bourbon that have never been
Just give them a your will.
opened.
Problem solved.
That or I'm
It's not even that sad. There's so much.
that or I'm gonna die and because I drank all of them. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a rich story.
That's more of a story of financial misjudgment rather than anything else.
But if you're on the whiskey trade, let me know. I'd love to see what bottles you have. I'm always willing to buy.
He loves my.
I'd love to buy bottles.
My brother used to. I actually don't have a picture of it right now because he took all the whiskey away. We have a whiskey wall right directly behind this camera, and it was full. It was completely full when he was here. Because he loved his fancy whiskeys. He did a whole like taste tree.
E.H. Taylor, blends,
Everything that you could find. He's like, oh, let's try it. It was great.
I got a whole wine chiller. If you want to collect wines, let me know too.
You collect wine too?
I have a whole wine chiller.
Oh, I guess I've seen
over 200 bottles of wine. You could chill.
200?
Yeah.
How many do you have? Like 6?
No.
Cali Machos?
We're probably over 100 down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're probably over 40 bottles of whiskey.
You should take a picture so I can post it and show them what you got. Okay.
Yeah. Remind me.
Not tonight.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
Go to the bars.
Bars. And I'm actually certain. Last time I went to downtown Chandler, it's not important what happened. We definitely got roofied. But we were stopped 5 times about the Mortgage Management podcast. Like, literally 5
Slightly
times.
celebrities local. I don't know if you know.
There are people taking, like, pictures when I was wearing a Mortgage Martini sweatshirt available on mortgagemartini.com. Visit the site. And they're like, what do you guys do?
They were taking pictures.
They pulled us. We were trying to go upstairs. They pulled us aside.
Yeah.
People don't believe us.
You can't wait to go.
And the thing is, I wish I could have a story for
Oh,
this.
shoot. Hey, we do need to put a poll on this episode. Yeezy pods, yes or no? That's all we have to say.
We're going to leave it at that. We're not going to influence your decision. No. I'll put a photo up here of Yeezy
pods, yes or no?
Yes or no?
That's all we know.
So we want to ask the people.
Yes, the people.
So I think this is a great episode.
Great episode. Great martini. I would highly recommend.
I'm definitely going to have this as a. It is probably more of a winter drink.
Well, I have family at Thanksgiving to go to this year.
Thanksgiving's winter.
Yeah, never. I am making these martinis for
Yeah, they're simple. I'd say. Actually, you know what? Let's give simplicity.
It's genius.
It is. Simplicity on a scale of 5 is a 5. It's so simple. 5 out of 5 simple.
All right,
you need to give it that, right?
Yeah.
The taste, 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. It's probably one of the. It's like gold medal, silver medal contender depending on time.
It's Mount Rushmore of the Martini so far.
Sweet, alcoholic, crunchy.
Yeah, everything. The whole shebang.
It is everything you want.
So we'll wrap it up for now. We'll come back here and have another drink next time.
Yeah.
Send out any suggestions you have. We'd love to try new martinis. But this is all Jared's idea. It was a great idea. I think it was a great idea.
Some people don't recognize my ideas.
A lot of people don't recognize that. Some people tell. Some would say they hate his ideas.
Some would
they say they're too.
Some people would underrate me in my quarter views. Semi-annual.
I guess it's one of us to do a good job.
Alright, that's it for us. We're gonna have a good time. Good night. We'll see you in Chandler tonight. Cheers.
Chandler, downtown Chandler, baby.